like, I got hit in the face. I need to I went this way. Yeah. And I should have gone this way.
This is why you're in Congress.
I love that you guys are my friends, and I can relate to you both 0% on any of this. I love you guys. I'm so glad. Welcome to the 5th episode of Behind the Bar. Who do we have here today?
So I have the distinct honor and privilege of introducing someone who single-handedly resurrected my faith in the American governmental system by her run for Congress in 2018, Representative Sharice Davids, representing the 3rd Congressional District in Kansas, our home district.
We both live here.
Woo! Of Kansas.
Yay! Thank you for being here.
No, thank you for being awesome.
What can I make you to drink?
Something with like lime.
Do you have a second lime and mint? Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Cheers. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Cheers. Thanks for the drink. I'm excited to try this.
She doesn't drink sparkling beverages?
Sorry. How is it?
Sparkling.
She hates it.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
So it's like a taste thing, like the carbonation?
No, it's not the carbonation.
It's everything else.
I don't know what it is.
You just hate it.
You as a human being embody so many firsts. I would love for you to tell us your story that make you so unique in what you're doing.
And I got to be part of this very diverse group of people that got elected to Congress in 2018. You know, we were the most diverse because there were more women than ever, more people of color, more LGBTQ plus folks. Getting elected with Deb Haaland as the first 2 Native women, I felt like I got the chance to experience this collective joy that Native people all across the country felt.
Yeah.
But also, especially right now, with everything that's going on in state legislatures, in the Congress, we're seeing our trans youth are being targeted through legislation and rhetoric and that sort of thing. And I also have a lot of very distinct memories about people coming up to me while I was running or right after I got elected or got sworn in and just sharing that they never thought that they would see in Kansas, particularly.
It was a huge
someone who's part of the LGBT.
It was a huge.
And as a queer kid from Kansas who thought she had to leave and could never come back, who did come back, to then have a full representation in that lived experience, it was such an amazing full circle.
It was like one of those nights that you literally remember when it happened and it was announced.
For the rest of your life.
Forever.
I think one of the things that is really sorely missing from politics today is people who want to be good legislators, not people who want to be famous.
Right.
And so
if I wanted to be famous, I would not have. Congress is not the route that I would have gone.
So that leads me to my next question. Why did you get into politics?
That's a good question.
Thank you. We thought of it ourselves.
Yeah, well, just like any major life transitions that you have, there are a bunch of little things that end up leading up to it. I had gotten a chance to do community and economic development work with tribal communities, and while I was doing that, I was like, none of us know how the federal government works.
Wow.
And I don't mean Native communities, I mean in general.
In general.
Yeah. So I decided to be a White House fellow. I was in DC for 1 full year. I got to work with the Secretary of Transportation. I met tons of people who were big deals in DC. And I was meeting all these people and realizing that they're just people. Mm-hmm. And maybe they focused on transportation, or maybe they had a focus that took them into politics. And that's why they're there, not because they're smarter than everybody else. Yes, some of them are smarter than everybody else, but
some of them are not.
And some of them aren't.
Correct.
The thing is, when I got home from that, I was increasingly disappointed with my predecessor for a number of different reasons. He came in as a moderate, and I felt that he was veering hard to the right, and I didn't like it, and I felt like we deserved better. a lot of times what ends up kind of like an entrepreneur looks at a problem and says, I don't think that this is acceptable. So I want to do something about
Yeah,
that.
we'll solve this problem better.
Yeah, and
So it wasn't like this super intentional experience. It was like this, I'm observing.
It's like a culminating
I asked somebody
experience.
else, I asked other women if they would be
And they
interested
said,
in
no,
running.
no,
Nobody's
thank you.
interested in that.
Well,
There's no
apparently,
way.
I found that out.
I'm actually not sure anybody else could have beat him either. Like
No,
that's how,
hell no.
like you were
It was
that
you.
important.
was
That
you.
timing was that important. Had to
was
be
you.
you.
Yes.
Was you.
Okay, I'll take it. But
For my 40th birthday, I wanted to do some really big things. So I was like, I've been into boxing, whatever. So my coach was like, okay, you should probably start sparring a little bit to see if this is really something you want to do.
Yeah.
So as I'm sparring, and I'm sparring with a man much younger than me, and at one point, I'm kind of holding my own. I kind of got cocky. He got a surge of testosterone or something, and he hit me in the face in a way that I thought, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And then I thought to myself, as I was kind of like processing it afterwards, I thought, man, it is a special kind of temperament and skill set to be able to get into controlled fights and to be hit in the face and to be kicked in the leg.
Yeah.
And to be able to control your
Emotions?
your temperament and your emotions. And I immediately thought of you. You are an incredible fighter. You have a history of martial arts. This is why Sharice is so good at her job, because she can get punched in the face and be like, cool, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Yeah.
Me, I was like, I quit. I'm gonna stop now. That's
Yeah.
the end
well,
for me.
the thing too, when you train for a really long time, I mean, I can't speak for other people, but for me, it's basically like, it's a piece of feedback. So you know
This is
what to do or not do.
0% relatable to me.
You don't want to get hit in the face?
I wouldn't.
I mean, I don't want to get hit in the face either.
You like you
I don't want it to-
love hugging
I need
and
a hug.
soft things. She's in terry cloth right now for this very reason.
It's like a hug.
It's like a hug. Clothing that hugs.
I don't think she likes this drink at all. Carry on.
It's
She keeps
okay.
pushing it like.
Is it? Oh, it is getting further away.
She's like, and by the way, I'm never gonna drink this.
What's something you want people to know about Kansas, like about your state, that they just wouldn't even have a clue of?
We are often doing things that people don't expect.
Yeah.
And I think
I
that's
like
good.
the Amendment 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
very
You getting
good.
elected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Governor Kelly.
Yeah.
I do think that people make all these assumptions
Yeah.
Correct.
about
Well, they do.
what we think,
We're the
how we
Dorothy,
think,
we're the Wizard
whether
of
we
Oz.
think.
Yeah.
Flyover
Yeah.
state.
Yeah.
Being underestimated is my most favorite thing in the planet. I'm like, please.
Do you feel like you're
underestimate
underestimated?
When I took on a 4-term incumbent,
Yeah.
I'm sure there were a lot of people who underestimated
That's what I
me
mean.
at
It's like
that
you
time.
like silently shred it.
But
It's not like loudly. You're not like super ego driven. You like do it in a very cool, calm, confidence way. Which
Again,
is
getting
just
punched
awesome.
in the face and just being like, oh, that's feedback. Who says that?
We'll go into a speed round. We'll go into a speed round question. I get to cheat on the speed round.
It's a good piece of feedback.
Speed round, speed,
Speed
round.
round.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, oh, all right.
The approved
Speed
speed round questions.
Oh God.
What's your favorite MMA move?
Oh, triangle choke.
What?
A triangle choke.
Can you
that?
show Ashley
Real
on
quick,
her body?
real quick.
No.
What does it involve?
It involves your legs. Your legs go in a triangle.
Okay.
And
Around their neck.
Around their neck and their arm.
Yeah. Okay. What's your next
It's a leg
job?
choke. What?
What's your next job?
I have no
Vice
idea.
president.
Vice president. Vice president. Is that announcement coming right now?
I have an announcement to make.
Find the bar.
I'm gonna have this job
Okay.
next term.
What's your
when I win
favorite
re-election.
Kansas City barbecue?
Ooh.
I know, it's like a religion.
I mean, I really like slaps.
Yep. And Strawberry Hill.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who's your biggest political crush?
And we don't mean
Not
attracted
like a crush,
to,
like-
like their brain.
Like
In love with their brain.
It's a gut answer. It's like, oh,
Okay,
that
Mary
person.
Peltola.
Yes! Mary Beth- oh yeah,
She's like quickly becoming one of my
Oh yeah, let's
favorite
give that a
people.
flash.
Fucking
Give
incredible.
that a flash for sure. What is your very favorite food?
Ooh, pizza.
But what kind
Thin
of
crust. What do you mean?
topping?
Pepperoni and Canadian bacon.
I know, I said
She
cheese.
said she keeps mozzarella sticks at her house.
Just in case you come over.
Oh.
Orange juice, cheese, and mozzarella sticks.
Okay. What is the most challenging part of your job?
I get pulled so thin
Yeah, I
that
imagine.
there's like not a lot in the reserves. by the end of the day.
That would be hard. I
And
don't even know how you recharge.
And when she comes back to district, you've never seen anyone work harder.
well, we gotta get this government working better for people.
Final question. If you were a drink, what would you be and why?
Not anything sparkling. I would be pomegranate juice.
Oh, that's adorable.
What?
Why?
Why is it adorable?
Why is that your drink? Why is that what you...
It says pomegranate juice.
Why would that be your answer?
Pomegranates are so much work, but they're really good.
But they're worth
if
the
you're
effort.
willing to do all the work. And they're a nice color. It's probably one of my favorite
like a
colors.
jewel tone.
Yeah,
Love
jewel
a jewel
tones.
tone.
Thank you for coming
Okay,
on.
thanks.
We love you.
This is a very
bye.
big deal for me. You guys hang out all the time, but I don't get to just hang out in your presence. So I'm nervous. I'm sweaty.
Yep.
Thank you for being on our show.
The
steam.
This is turning into a different conversation.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. I'm sorry you hated our cocktail.
No,
Just so we're clear, my son approved it, so it's his fault.
no, he has a very sophisticated palate. He's a grown man,
He's a grown man
And I'm-
and a child's body.
and I'm a child in a grown person's body.
Here's to it.
Here you go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Then.
And cut.